Welcome back to A Daily Dash of Life. Today we will be working on this adorable disappearing floor patch. I'm working on this project for a doll blanket, an 18-inch by 22-inch doll blanket. I just randomly picked some scrap yarn. I'm using nothing but scrap yarn for this project. And it's coming out so cute. I love it. I'm excited to see the finished product. But I just wanted to show you how to make this floor patch. Like I said, for this project, I'm using nothing but scrap fabric. So what I did was I cut a bunch of squares and then I separated them into groups that I liked. And these are 3-inch squares. You could do them in 5-inch, 8-inch, whatever you prefer. But for this project, I'm doing 3 by 3. And I have a ton more in the bag that I have for my stash. Your Rotary. I'm gonna use my cutting mat as well as my regular ruler, a big one. And then I'm gonna use this 1-inch by 6-inch little ruler when I'm cutting the inside part for my disappearing part, I guess you would say. And I'll show you how to do that later. Here I have 2 of a kind. I have 2 of one color and 2 of another color, which is going to give me 4 in all. Again, they are 3 by 3-inch squares. I'm just going to put the right side or the pretty side together, line them up, and I'm just going to chain these together. I'm going to do a real quick finger press. Press this way, flip, and I'm pressing in the direction of the darker side. Nothing fancy, just a real quick press. When I sew them, I'm going to be sewing them like this so that they're checkered, not like this. So off to the sewing machine now. Okay, my corners, I nested, my other corner. There we go. Okay, just cut my extra thread off. And voila. This is what we're working with now. Again, I'm going to press, and it looks like it's leaning this way, so that's the way I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on pressing this time. Press it again on this side. Time to cut. Okay, I'm going to try to do this as best as I can with the camera in my face. I'm going to take my 1" by 6" ruler, and I'm going to put it right up against that seam. Then I'm going to cut 1" away from the seam. I don't want to move that just yet. I'm going to turn my mat. I don't have a rotating mat, but I have a small enough mat to turn. Going to pick up my ruler. I'm going to turn it again and put it against the seam. Excuse me, not again. I'm going to turn it and put it against the seam, but cut it 1" away from the seam again. I'm going to do this a total of 4 times. Turn my mat. Pick up my ruler. Put my ruler against the seam and cut 1" away from the seam. Pick up my ruler, turn my ruler and place it against the seam for my last cut. Cut 1" away from the seam. Now that I have everything cut, I'm going to have my square in the middle. I should have 4 outer squares, and then these, I don't really know what to call these, but these little side pieces are what I'm going to flip. Turn that, grab this one, turn it so that the fabric patterns are alternating. Now I'm going to work on sewing that together. I'll be starting with my top row, then my middle row, then my last row. I'll sew these 2 together, then these 2 together, these 2, then these 2, these 2, and these 2, before sewing the rows together. Okay, time to iron, time to press, and I'm going to press off of this. Whatever direction the middle part's going in, that's the direction I'm going to iron in, and then everything else will have to go accordingly with that for nesting. So these are going in this direction. I'm gonna press that. Then when I press these, I'm gonna put these in the opposite direction to make sure my nesting is on point. So I'm gonna have to change the direction on some of them. Voila, a disappearing 4-patch. In the back, this is the best that I can get it. I made sure that all of my seams right here on the square were going outward. And then, like I said, depending on which direction these seams were going in the center, dictated what my sides did. Then I just have to piece them together. So from this to this. It's gonna be super adorable. Good luck. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Toodles.